Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This message is for Cancer. We're taking a look at what is happening for Cancer during the month of October in love and relationship. We're looking at what is happening with your person, how you can better serve the connection, how you can allow the connection to better serve you, whatever the case may be. Whatever it is Spirit wants you to know, that is what we are going to be looking at. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I'm High Priestess Elif. I am a medium, so I channel my message. I do read the cards, but what Spirit tells me always takes precedence. So I receive messages, interpretations, impressions, and I tell a story. So we're looking at guidance, we're looking at whatever it is you need to know during this month with regards to your person, with regards to love and relationship. Okay, and anything that comes through, that is what I'm going to be sharing with you. Alright, to my viewers, to my subscribers, so nice to have you here once again, sending you so much love and light. Thank you so much for all of your support. Thank you for your likes, your comments, for sharing my videos, and for your messages and your donations. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting my work, supporting my channel. If you do find that this message resonates, please do like, comment. That is a great way to support this channel and to help it to grow so that other people who need to receive these messages have access to them. Okay, right. So, you've entered a sacred space. I start all of my readings with a meditation. I open a channel for remote healing in the area of love and relationship for my subscribers. So Cancer, if you're a subscriber, and if you're not yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button. You can allow the reception of that channeled healing as you listen to this reading. So Spirit is already telling me there's been a lot of developments for you guys. A lot of things happening at home. So a lot of new energies come in. But before I begin with that, I just want to remind you to take a few deep breaths, settle into your intuition, and ask your guides and keepers to guide you, to help you to know and recognize whether or not this is your reading, whether it is your message or not. If it doesn't resonate, don't try and make it fit. It's not for you, it's for somebody else. If it resonates, claim it without a doubt. Okay, one more thing before I begin. We do have a problem with scammers online pretending to be YouTubers. So if you're interested in a personal reading, if you're interested in personal guidance, if you're interested in getting a spiritual life coaching, or being guided on your own spiritual journey, you can contact me. My email is in the description box below. I don't take bookings via any of my social media, not even my Gmail account. So it is info@evolvewithelif.co.za. You can find that in the description box below. Okay. Cancer, let's begin. As I said earlier on, this is a very emotional phase for you guys. There have been some new developments, domestic developments. So it is associated with home, or it's associated with something that hits really close to home. It could be with your person. It could be with regards to you just reorganizing, experiencing a shift in the domestic sphere to make space for something new to come in. And that's what Spirit is saying. It might seem as though there's a lot going on, and I do, what's at the forefront for me is that I'm seeing it is very emotional. It's a very emotional period for you, Cancer. Please know and understand that Spirit is everything that is happening is to sort of sift and sort through what is your life, what has been your life, to make space for what is to come and what is supposed to come, to set things up in the way that is going to serve you and your household, whatever that means for you. Maybe it's just you, but it could be you and your kids, it could be you and a couple of other things. to set it onto a clear foundation that allows space for whatever it is that you're manifesting. Spirit says acceptance is key. Acceptance is key right now. It's not all of it's going to make sense to you. Accept, accept, accept. Every time something happens or something comes up and it might trigger you or stir you in a bit of a negative way, breathe into acceptance. Remember that that is the key word for you during this period of time. Also, Spirit is saying that you need to align yourself with love and wisdom constantly. Allow that to be your only work. You might feel like you've got a lot that you should do. You might feel overwhelmed and feel like there's a lot you should get into order. There's a lot that you need to deal with. No, Spirit is saying none of it is really your business. Even though it's associated with you, that is the universe's work. The universe has your back. Everything is being taken care of for you by your guides and your keepers. Your only work is to constantly remind yourself, I'm going to address something, I'm dealing with something is in my face, there's this conversation, there's this thing before me. Acceptance is key. Also, how do I find the love and the deepest wisdom in association with the decision I'm going to make next, or how I'm going to handle something next? Find yourself, your work is to constantly, guys, that was the door. Did you hear how that door flung open? Spirit, I tell you. So, as I was saying, make sure that you are in alignment and then you deal with something. Am I in alignment before I deal with something? Am I aligned with the part of me that is soul, that is source, before I make judgment in the situation? Am I aligned to the part of me that is soul, that is source, before I take this action? Am I aligned to the part of me that is soul, that is source, that pure positive love and energy, before I make a judgment, take action, have a conversation, make a decision, whatever it is? There is a higher purpose. There is a higher purpose. It doesn't matter which direction it's coming from, there is a higher purpose. Remember that in all things. And remember that particularly with what you are dealing with currently in your domestic sphere. Okay? So, there is a bridging taking place. As I said, what is happening now is creating the foundation to take you forward towards what is to come. It's a new phase in your life experience that you're being prepared for. And that bridge, these keys, and what Spirit is guiding you with is what's going to help you to successfully honor that bridging, and for you to allow it to honor you. There is some documentation that is taking place at the moment, whether it's a divorce or whether it is it's signing of documents or documents that need to be put into order, whatever that is for you. Spirit is saying that the message is in relation to that. There's a lot of talk, there's a lot of opinion, there are a lot of people involved here, and Spirit is saying acceptance is key. Align yourself with the higher purpose, with love and wisdom. Ask yourself, am I in alignment? Am I approaching this? Is the energy that I'm bringing to the situation from a place of alignment? That is my work. Source is taking care of the rest. The universe is taking care of the rest. There is nothing else that I need to do here. Okay? Those conversations that you are having about whatever it is that is at the forefront for you right now, Spirit says there's a lot of people around you guys, Cancer. You have a lot of friends, support, and all of that. But Spirit is saying It's time that you start to rely on your own guidance system, and that you start to rely on guidance from source and from your guides and your keepers. There are whatever it is that you are dealing with currently, you need to stop having conversations about it with your friends. You need to stop giving them the nitty-gritty and the details, not because of the belief that other people have any power in your experience. No. Let me tell you what it's really about. I know that a lot of people believe that, you shouldn't tell people things because they're jealousy and this and that. Other people don't have any power over your life experience. You're the only person that creates. Everything that flows into your life is what you allow and attract. You are the creator of your reality. But what does happen when we have conversations is we are accustomed to discuss problems. We're accustomed to discuss the negativities. We're accustomed to discuss our fears. We're accustomed to discuss our doubts. What do you think you're activating? And what is it that you are inviting all of your friends and family to focus on as well? The doubts, the fears, and all of that. So now it's not only you focusing on that subject from that disalignment, from that space that is ego and fear and doubt and worry. It's also your friends and family. So the energy behind it is magnified. Okay? Whereas if you set an intention not to discuss these things, then every time someone asks you about it, you ask yourself, first and foremost, what is it that I really want to align with when it comes to this subject? And that's what you're going to say to your friend. You're going to say, you know what? Source is really taking care of this. I trust my guides and keepers. I trust in the divine. I know that everything's working out. The details don't really matter to me right now. I'm in a good place. I'm healthy. I'm happy. My kids and my family, they're good, they're healthy, and they're happy. Or whatever the case may be for you. So, you know what? That's all I want to talk about with you. You're my good friend. And I don't want to spend this time soiling this present moment that I have with you with negative things. That really you and I have, it's not really our work at the moment. That source is taken care of. I don't want to discuss negative things in a time where you and I are bonding or sharing time, sharing this space together as friends, as family, talking about things that we don't really have any control over. I trust in the divine. I trust in the Almighty. That's what you speak over the situation, which means that you line up with the situation. And you know what? I cannot stress this enough, guys. We think that when we talk, we're just talking. We're not just talking. This, your tongue, very powerful. And guess what happens after you have that discussion with that good friend? When another friend sees them and says, oh, how was Elif doing? I know she was really going through a little bit of a bad patch there or whatever. Or maybe they don't even know. They're just saying, how's Elif doing? I haven't seen her in a while. And then that good friend says, you know what? It's actually been really, really tough for her because she's dealing with this, that, and the other. And I really hope everything's going to work out. But she's got all these, this is going against her. And that. Now it's becoming a topic. That spell is spoken over and over. And they're doing it with good intention. They're doing it with loving intention. They're not doing it because they're bitter. It's because people don't know any better. And it seems like a simple thing that I'm saying to you guys, but you know how often I see it in company, that one has to point out and say, is that really the story you want to be telling right now? Is that the truth about the matter? So, Spirit is saying that don't worry about home. Spirit has your back. What you need to do is remember there is a higher purpose. Bring that love, that wisdom, that energy into your home, into everything that you are doing. Stop having these conversations with people, telling stories that you don't want to keep active. Spirit is also saying there is a friend that is going to come into your space and help you to resolve whatever issue it is that you are struggling with. Right? So, Someone that is going to come in and say, I can help you with this. I know how to sort this out. Not just coming to talk about it. Okay, that's very different. So when I'm with my clients and I do spiritual process work with them, I often say, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to hold that active. This is not the space for that. We're not holding space for that. We're holding space for what the goodness that we want to allow into your life. You have to be willing to be very, very committed to your alignment, to your well-being. Ooh, what is going on? Cancer, I think Spirit is very, very ready to talk for you guys. I know I took really long to do your reading. I don't even know what the date is, guys. I don't know what the date is. Sometimes I don't. I only know which day it is because I need to check what my schedule is tomorrow. I live between the realms. I don't have a concept of time. So, as I've said before, I don't just sit and spit out readings. I check when the energy is right. Someone wants victory here. Somebody wants victory, and somebody wants victory on their own terms. But they're not willing or ready. They're too afraid to take action. It's as if they're having to wait. It's as if they're having to allow themselves to go through a complete death process so that they can go through a rebirth. Somebody wants victory with you. But you might say, but the end of then why, what's going on? Because my person's action is definitely not lining up with that. They're inactive at the moment. Because when a warrior when a warrior is wounded, before they go out in pursuit of what it is that they want, believe they should have, believe is honorable, they allow themselves to mend. Because they want to be ready and in their strength and able to take on whatever it is that they might need to deal with in their pursuit. So that is what Spirit is showing me. There is a mending period taking place. It's a death and rebirth period. The ego death is very, very painful. There's a death of many, many things in your person's life. So even though for you, you're going through this transition, they're preparing for a transition as well. There's a lot that's come to an end for them. So what is it that your person thinks of you, Cancer? Your person believes that you are very strong. They think that you are strong. They think that you have the ability to manipulate and overpower them. You have the ability to control them. This is what they think of you. They also think that you are the only person that has the strength to tame the beast within. There are parts of themselves that they consider to be dark and dangerous, that they consider to be of a lower vibration, and it's only because they don't have an in-depth understanding that it's just ego, and that the only way to master that, or to come to a place where ego is comfortable enough to take a sort of a step back, is when the intuition is strong, when the intuition is mastered, when the intuition is in control. You can only master that which you experience to be the beast with a well-developed intuition and understanding of self and who you are on a soul level. Okay? And that's where your person's thinking is at the moment. A lot of what they are feeling towards you, a lot of impulses that they have, they are worried and concerned that it may be uh, in the flesh. That's what Spirit is saying to me. So your person might have this understanding. Perhaps they had a religious upbringing, or this was a terminology that was used around them. They're concerned that even though they feel that this is a very deep connection and it is a strong intuitive connection, that maybe their ego is just wanting them to see it that way, and maybe what they are feeling, because of the intensity, they're associating it with the possibility that it could be lust and flesh based and not real and all in their heads. But Spirit is saying that they are developing their intuition, and so they are able to recognize what is real here more and more. What is it that your person feels when it comes to you? Your person feels your person feels like there's a sense of confusion, and it probably speaks into what it is that I've been saying here. But they also feel like you might have options and choices, and will they be good enough? There is a feeling of wanting to make the right choice here. There is a weight of wanting to make the right choice, but your person, unfortunately, has a long history of distrusting themselves and distrusting others, and they're concerned that they will make the wrong decision here, that their desires might just lead them astray once again. I'm definitely still picking up fear. So what is it that your person hides from you? The fact that they are going through a healing process. They're going through a spiritual awakening. They haven't shared with you very possibly that since you came into their life, everything's changed inside of them. They feel like they're a different person. They feel like they're going through a deep transformation. As I said, this is a transformational period for your person. You're going through a transition. It's a transformational period for your person. So I'm feeling as though you're this one step a little bit ahead of them, you know, and where you've been, they are now, that sort of thing. But they haven't shared this with you, and maybe it's because they don't want to sound foolish, or they're afraid to be vulnerable about it. They also hide from you that you've been that key to their healing and to their growth and to them becoming who they are. And the fact that you are their wish fulfillment, and the more that they progress on their day-to-day life experience and on their journey, they're realizing that you are their wish fulfillment. You are everything they've ever wanted. What is it that your person plans to do? Your person plans to allow themselves to get to that point where they feel they're ready to just take a leap. Your person wants to take a leap. Your person wants to, they're willing to make a fool of themselves for you, and to lay it all out on the line for you. That is what they dream about. That's what they fantasize about. That's what they think about. How is it that your person showed up in your connection? This is a good person, and you know it. And whatever might have happened, because sometimes things happen and we respond, or we act from a place of fear. And we are reactive, and when you are reactive, you are not really in your power making your own decisions. You're reacting to whatever the circumstances are. But So whatever that may be, you know, Cancer, that this is a very good person. This person was honest. They were honest. And sometimes they didn't tell you what you wanted to hear. But please know that whatever they did share with you in terms of feeling and emotion and expression and even through their actions, this person tried to be the most honorable, honest person that they could be with you. Sometimes the truth is just not what you want to hear. Sometimes the truth is just not what you want, you know. But they try to behave from a place of honor with you. And what you must know about your connection and what you were for your person, if you're not together, you may be in contact again, you may be together, whatever your situation is. I want you to know your person is always, sometimes that your person holds back on what they want to say because they want to be honest. And sometimes they're just not 100% sure that how they're going to say it is exactly what it is. And you've brought so much joy and abundance into your person's life and so much happiness. So much happiness into your person's life. Your person really, really hopes to be able to move towards you soon, because they do watch you, they miss you, they feel like you are this destination that they have to wait to get to. And that's what they're hoping for. They're hoping that they can get there. Okay, what is the outcome? What is the outcome that we're looking at here during October for Cancer? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so this month, when it comes to your person, is going to be a month of work, of working on these things. Your person is really gonna have to, they've got a little bit more work to do, because there is fear of heartbreak and of sadness here. There is fear of things just not working out. There is also some things that are going to happen that are going to affect you and your person emotionally during this month. And so Spirit is saying it's a period of time to be very, very patient, because you are both still healing your hearts. You are both still healing your hearts here. Okay. Advice for Cancer. Advice for Cancer during this period where they are going through this transition and their person is going through this transformation. What advice do you have for them, Spirit, on how to best honor the connection with their person whilst they're going through this transformational period? Spirit is saying that someone here is feeling you might believe that your person is stuck, or you might feel stuck. And Spirit is saying you have to be willing to release that old habit of doing things, that old way of doing things, that old premise, that old way of looking at things, those self-imposed bondages, which is your beliefs, your thoughts, how you choose to see things. You have to release that, because that is what will imprison you and make you feel imprisoned in the situation, because it's not real. You've got to let that go. And if it's not you, then understand that your person is working through this. Your person is feeling a little bit bound or imprisoned by their own false premise, their ego constructs and their beliefs, and they are going through a transformation to release them of that right now. So if you can just keep that in the forefront of your mind, and not judge them, then it'll really, really help. Advice for Cancer. Spirit is saying, Cancer, there are things that you need to let go of. There are things that you need to let go of. You know what that is. There are things that you believe, that you have clarity about, and that you know exactly what it is about, and you need to just release that and let that go. There are things that you might feel you want to say to this person or confront this person with. Remember, they're already dealing with a lot of stuff in their heads. They're already dealing with addictions, codependence, and various things these things that they've developed because they believed it would help them cope. And you wanting to answers about that which they cannot give you is really not what you want to do. Spirit is saying, let it go. Let it go, move away from it. It's time for you to align with love and wisdom, not to have these ego-based conversations. And if you don't understand what that means, then maybe you need to ask someone that, a spiritual advisor. Because we have a tendency to make ego constructs very important. When you introduced me to those people, why didn't you introduce me as, don't you want people to know that's an ego construct. You should know who you are. You should know your place and your position in someone's life. And if you are not clear on that and you need validation in the way they introduce you to other people, then you need to go back to the drawing board, because something in the relationship is probably amiss. And 9 times out of 10, it is vibrationally active within you. You have to create that, align with that. So that's why I'm saying not everybody agrees with the things I say. If you're not on the level to get it, you're just not. But what I'm saying is we have a tendency, when you're secure and you know who you are and you understand the energy in a connection, there is no need for you to even give it a particular label for other people's understanding, because you don't want other people to misunderstand what this is. Because guess what? If you are connected and aligned to someone, you don't even have to have a ring on your finger to say, I'm with someone. Everything in your energy will let people know you are not available. And that's what I mean by these ego constructs, or where some people want to tell their partners how to dress because you're attracting too much attention, or why are you so flirtatious just because they're being friendly? That's jealousy. That's lower vibrational stuff. That's ego. That is rooted in your ego. And Spirit is saying to you, there's a higher purpose. You need to align yourself with love and wisdom. You need to remember that you are soul and source. You've not come here to play childish games that make you miserable. Play games that make you happy. Play. Be like a kid again. But stop engaging in things that cause you stress and turmoil and make you unhappy, because it doesn't serve. It's going to attract more of that. And it's not going to be your person's fault. It's not going to be someone else's fault. It's not going to be another person's fault. No. You attract what it is you want by what you give attention to. And if you allow yourself to be lower vibrational, you're going to attract a lot of low vibrational energy into your life experience. And if you like the drama, then own it. It's your life. You get to do the drama. But don't act like a victim if you like the drama. Say to yourself, "Ooh, yeah, I did that. I did that. This drama going on here, I did that." Because you are the person constantly creating in your reality. You attract by what you give energy to and the energy that flows out from you. So if you don't like the drama and you want a relationship that is elevated, that is rooted in agape love, which is source love, pure positive energy, then stop doing the childish, ego-based stuff. Childish is the wrong term, because children don't do that. Children are not even in their egos. So please just scrap what I said before this. Be more like a child. Because a child is so in the present, and they know that they're supposed to be having fun. That when they go and meet new friends at the beach, they don't sit sad all day, because at the end of the day, when they go home, they're never going to see those friends again. No, they're so fully immersed in the bond that they made on that day, even though they're never going to see that person again, because they understand the value of the present moment. Let it go. Spirit is saying there is a conversation that some of you are wanting to have, or there's a conversation you're having in your head over and over, or there's something that you believe you've gained clarity on and now you want to sort of address that and iron it out. Spirit is saying let it go. Move on from that. It's small things, and let it go. Fill your own cups. Continue to do that. Spirit is saying continue to fulfill yourself emotionally, to take care of yourself emotionally. Continue to make sure that you are happy, because that is your job. It is not somebody else's job. As you're going through this transition, that is what you need to do. Okay, Cancer? That is your reading. And this applies to other things as well, not only love. It's going to, I say I do love readings, but really, as I say, your relationship with everything in life is about your relationship with yourself. What I share with you in your readings is the basis of everything else. You can apply it in every other area of your life. Everything, your career, your money, everything is symbolic of your relationship with yourself, and how you treat yourself, and where you are, what sort of energy you are, focused on, what sort of energy you are sending out into the universe. Everything benefits from it or is negatively affected by it. Okay? Things don't just happen to us. Life happens for you, and you are constantly creating your reality. So Cancer, there you have it. That is your message for this month. I believe and trust that it finds you well. Spirit always knows best. Do what is best for you. Make your well-being a priority. You deserve it. No one else can make you happy. No one else can give it to you. Only you can. Love and light to you. And as I said, if you're interested in any of my personal services, you can find my email in the description box below. I wish you guys well. Take care of yourself, and I will see you next time.